Day 1. Approach life with an open heart. Growing up in central Wisconsin during the 1970s, I lived by a set of internal rules. No one gave me a rule book. Instead, every time I learned a lesson, I created a rule to live by. Rule number 1 was to trust no one. It was many years before I learned I had a mental illness while in my 20s. All I knew as a child was it was my job to keep me safe. This desire for safety led me to the habit of building walls around myself. Think about your walls. No, not the four surrounding the room where you are listening to this chapter. Instead, I mean your bipolar walls, the ones you build to protect yourself and others. If you have bipolar disorder, you're likely skilled at building walls. You learn quickly how to put up barriers around your heart to keep yourself safe from the hurt that love can bring. But you may have also closed yourself off from the happiness and joy that friendships can offer. It is only when you let go of your fears and open your heart completely that you can experience the true magic of love. While romantic love is wonderful, that's not the goal here. The best love often comes from friends who accept you for who you are and let you be yourself. If you're afraid of getting hurt, remember that the only way to avoid pain is to never feel love. And what a sad life that would be. The older I get, the more walls I can see around me. I've been building barriers for so long that I do it by instinct. The walls go up before I even think about them, but those boundaries distance me from people. In the first few months of the COVID-19 pandemic, I slipped into severe bipolar depression. During those painful months, I wondered why no one was checking on me. Where were my friends? Why didn't anyone see my pain? Every day I grew more angry and hurt. I was suffering, and no one cared. Then I realized no one could see my suffering because I refused to show it. My walls had grown so thick that most of the people in my life no longer knew the real me. They knew the smile, the mask, the impenetrable wall. They knew the Scott I wanted them to know, and he never has bad days. The only problem is he's not real. The only path for me to get the help I needed was to tear down some of my walls. I started by reaching out to a few friends, just text messages at first, to say I needed help. I sent messages about how I was struggling and how hard the isolation felt. With each message, I removed my mask and revealed the pain I was fighting. The outpouring of support was amazing, and much to my surprise, many of my friends felt the same way. Even those without bipolar disorder understood what I was fearing because the whole world felt scared and alone. By taking the time to connect over our shared struggles, we grew closer. But it was only possible because I let others inside my walls. Bipolar disorder can make it difficult to maintain close relationships. The fear of abandonment and rejection can make you build fences to protect your heart, making it harder for others to get close to you. So it's essential to remember that love is worth the risk. Let others in so you can love and be loved in return. Without friendship, life is empty. Even with the fear of being hurt, take a chance and allow someone into your heart. You might just find the love and happiness that you've been searching to find. And you deserve to be loved. Journal prompt. What walls have you built around your heart? How have they affected your relationships? Creative writing prompt. Write a story about an old woman tearing down her walls. Where does she start? What happens as a result?